Well, Mr. President, thank you very much for your time today. We're here, of course, at the first ever Russia-Africa Summit, and I would just like to ask generally how you consider the relations to be between Russia and Zimbabwe right now.
Well, the relations that exist between the Russian Federation and Zimbabwe are historical. During our period of fighting against colonialism, we were supported by the then USSR, which is now the Russian Federation, in terms of training our military personnel, as well as supporting us with the military hardware. So the cooperation is not beginning now, it has been there before. Currently, of course, the focus is now on economic and trade cooperation, because we are now independent.
Mm-hmm. What are the main areas for cooperation between the two countries?
Would want to benefit from the science and technology which Russia has developed in terms of our agriculture, agro-processing, but of course also in defense and security. We have cooperation, but principally the economic needs which Zimbabwe needs as a result of sanctions under us. Of course, I know that the Russian Federation is also under sanctions, but they have more capacity than ourselves to continue to assist us in a developing trade between the two countries.
And do you think that because Russia is itself under sanctions that it's been more sympathetic towards Zimbabwe's plight?
It's not because they are under sanctions. It's an issue of established relations that are there. We are only deepening and consolidating the historical relations that have existed before. And the current crop of leadership here, as well as in Zimbabwe, are determined to solidify the relationship that we've inherited from our former leaders.
Mm-hmm. And there's a huge number of African leaders attending today. What made you and the other leaders want to make this trip to Sochi? Why do you think so many have come here?
Well, Africa as a continent is focusing now on economic development, is focusing now on continental trade. And I think if you remember, we signed the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which puts Africa as a market together. So that we now feel it is necessary as a bloc to relate with other big economies like the Russian economy, the Chinese economy, the Indian economy, the American economy, the Japanese economy. So as a bloc, I think it is necessary that we stand together. Our voice would be heard if we are together than when we are separate.
Mm-hmm. But some of the countries that you've named just now, they invest much more money in Africa than Russia does. Russia's trade with Africa is comparatively small. What can Russia really offer Africa?
I believe that it is small because Russia has been having, after the break of the USSR, has been also having internal consolidation, and now I think they have reached a stage where they must look out, and this is what is happening. This is why Africa is responding, because we know that Russia has never been a power that colonized Africa. We feel very free to trade with the Russian Federation than the other Western countries which colonized us before.
Mm-hmm. And one of the main investment projects between Russia and Zimbabwe is, of course, the Darwindale Platinum Mine. What stage is that project in?
It has been there now, I think, about 3 years or so. It continues to develop. We have no problems. The lead time is about 3 to 4 years for us to begin actually the production, and there is no issue. We feel we are on track.
Mm-hmm. And sorry, 1 second, let me look at my questions. So why is Zimbabwe an attractive trading partner for Russia, given the economic instability in the country? Should Russia not be wary of investing there?
Can you repeat your question?
Should Russia be cautious about investing in Zimbabwe because of the economic problems that have been crippling the country?
Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
No, because of the sanctions we're facing, I think Russia will be even more interested in assisting us, knowing that we have historical relations with Russia. Russia assisted us to have our independence. I don't think they would be interested in seeing us being crippled by these illegal sanctions imposed by us, on us by Western countries.
Mhm. And Russia, we've heard from Vladimir Putin today saying that ties between Russia and African countries and the investment that Russia offers is no strings attached, unlike other countries investing in the continent that have conditions coming with a lot of its investment. Do you believe that that's true? Do you think that Russia will not be expecting something in return or try to play an oversized role in the continent?
Obviously, President Putin is the boss of the Russian Federation. I don't think he would be telling lies to Africa. We believe in what he said to us, that the relations he is promoting with Africa, no ties, no strings at all. And in fact, this is also evidenced by the past relations which we had with Russia. No strings at all. Mm-hmm. It's actually mutual trade, mutual relationship, mutual cooperation.
Mm-hmm. And one just last question. Given that there's serious economic problems in Zimbabwe, many people have been struggling with food shortages and now water shortages as well. When do you think the people of Zimbabwe will see some of that benefit from economic cooperation with Russia?
Well, you should understand that when there is drought, the climate change, I think you're fully aware that early this year with the cyclone Idai, which devastated Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Malawi, that had a serious impact on our economy, compounded by a severe drought that hit us. So even our Kariba Dam, which used to give us something like 950 megawatts, the water is so low that now we're only able to produce 100 megawatts. So we believe that now we are on the onset of the summer season, and we believe that in terms of what we hear from our meteorological department, that we are going to have better rains this year. We believe things will improve.
Mm-hmm. And you think Russian investment will help improve the economic situation?
Russia has already 2 or 3 major investments in the country, in the mining sector, in platinum, as well as in diamonds. They are also now coming into agriculture. So we believe that adding to other investments that have come into the country, this will improve our economy.